Welcome to the New to Retro streams. Access granted. Welcome to the bridge. The stream will begin shortly. Please enjoy your stay. Thank you for waiting. Accessing data flow. Initializing OBS applications. Sound system. Online. Visuals. Online. Chat. Online. Webcam. Online. Systems. Online. Beginning stream in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this wonderful Monday night, and we are back to streaming. It's been a while. I actually haven't streamed in 2 weeks because I got so busy. I actually had to go down to Philly for a convention to do photography with my team, and it was a wonderful time. Excellent, just wonderful time with everybody. Got to meet a lot of cool people. Got to do photos, of course, and just hang out with my friends who I haven't seen since we filmed the last episode that we filmed, and it was absolutely incredible doing that and just getting together with people and a lot of laughs. I didn't get as many jobs as I would have liked, but I gotta tell you, it was pretty awesome. It was pretty awesome just to walk around, hang out with everybody, shoot the shit, have a lot of fun. Let me lower this just a little bit more. It was great, and I did miss streaming though. I really did miss streaming because I was really getting into it before I left, and now we're here. So it was a good time though. Everybody had a blast down there. We were missing some of our core members of our team. Some of them are actors and everything, and one of our guys was just literally training out in the woods. He literally went in the middle of nowhere where there was a waterfall, and he's doing like pull-ups on a tree that fell down near it, and it was was so cool. Like he sent us like video, like he posted videos about it, and it was really amazing. So, but yeah, no, we're back to streaming, and so welcome, guys. Thank you for joining me tonight. Let's see who we got here. We've got Sir Atazukin, Elder of the Row is here. The GM, Dude versus Evil, Caleb King. We also have Orpheus Chaos. Quentin Bauer is here. Jesse Duel. We got also Jeff M, more Orpheus Chaos. So, yeah, with that being said, thank you guys for coming by. I'm glad you liked the intro, dude. I actually had some help from everything. The doors opening was something that I did by myself. I figured out how to do that stuff, and the background that you see, like when the sign is glitching, that is from the old Beast Wars cartoons. They're on, someone upscaled them to like 1080p and a 4K version, so like the video that you see is like crisp and clean and really good, right? So I used that as the background for the bridge, and of course, as you guys heard, you heard the Star Trek noises, and then you heard the what was the other thing that they had? The Star Trek noises. Oh, and the hum of the engine too. You heard that as well. And then yeah, it went into the intro. And for the voice of the computer that you hear is a friend of mine. I hired her to do the voiceovers. And Baz, who I'm not sure if Baz is here right now, she's the one who designed the glitching of the logo and stuff, which is really cool. And then Tiffany May Cry was the one who did the intro for me a while ago. It was actually originally for my Twitch channel before I switched over to YouTube, because I was like, forget Twitch. I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not getting anywhere here, and it just wasn't for me. I don't honestly can't. I'm not really a fan of Twitch with how they do things, but yeah, no, we're back, and yeah. So on the way down to Philly for that Power Rangers convention, I guess we gotta really talk about the elephant in the room, and one of the reasons why a lot of people are here is the Resident Evil Netflix series. Yeah, we I watched it. I had my phone, and I watched all 8 episodes, and I wanted to drink. I've never drank before in my life, and that game wanted me, that show made me wanna drink. Guys, that was just absolutely terrible. It's absolutely terrible, and we're gonna get into it a little bit more too. But before we start playing some Resident Evil 2, which is funny because I was playing Resident Evil 2 on the ride down there. I was also playing like Resident Evil 3. I was playing a little bit of Breath of Fire on my PS Vita, I should say. I was playing Metal Gear Solid on there as well. Sorry, no, I was playing that on the way back, I should say. But oh my god, like this show. First off, I thought Netflix would be better with this. I thought they would have learned from their mistakes with the live-action Cowboy Bebop movie. I really, really thought they would have learned their lesson, and they didn't. And I just watched that abomination for 8 episodes, and I was falling asleep. I don't know about you guys, but I was falling asleep. It just it's one of those things where no one is taking chances on original ideas anymore. Why take chances on an original idea that could be really good and really amazing when you can just rehash something that keeps getting screwed over? I mean, we are in 2022, okay? We are like, what, over 30 years past the original Mario Brothers movie that came out, and we're still getting crap adaptations in live-action form. Does anybody see a problem with that? I don't understand why Hollywood continues to make these movies and, other companies that make these things, because they don't understand their source material. They really don't. It just, it just makes no sense to me. It really upsets me. Look. If this series was to come out after there was already a successful Resident Evil series, maybe like an anime or, a live-action Resident Evil series that was really good, and they wanted to do something like this, okay, I'd totally be cool with that, See, fans just want proper representation of the series that they love. Now, that doesn't mean we want 100% recreation, okay? We don't want that. You could take the liberties, you can do things differently, you can change things up, you can add things. As great as Resident Evil, the game franchise, is, and for all the years that it's been around and all the wonderful things it has done for all the years, there's still a lot of things that they really don't address in these games. Like, there's not a lot for characters' backgrounds in many ways. You just know that, like, you know, Claire and Chris were orphaned, you know, like they lost their parents when they were really young, and, you know, he got into the Air Force and she got into college, and, you know, I think, and then, like, you know, he was there, he got kicked out of the Air Force, recruited by Barry for the Stars. You know, there's really not a lot about characters' backgrounds at all in this franchise. And if you wanted to take things from like S.D. Perry's novel and like look how the Stars members interacted with each other before they went on the mission to the mansion and such, then you would see how it's able to be done. All right. And this, at the end of the day, just isn't Resident Evil. It's got Resident Evil stuff in it. Now, I know that one of the guys from the series, let me look this up right now, from the Resident Evil series, I guess like he's getting sick and tired of people like attacking him, and yes, here it is. Okay, so he says, oh wait, that's not it. Here it is. He goes, frankly, I'm sick of reading how we disrespected the fans. I am a fan since 1996, as he says. How about all the vile disrespect I am seeing directed at the people that worked their asses off on this show? The show was inspired by the games. It was never meant to be a one-to-one adaptation. Now, he is right. There is a lot of hate, because whenever something like this happens, the wrong people get blamed for things, right? Things are... The anger is misdirected. Now, I say that you should give fair criticism, constructive criticism, like I do here on the show. Everybody thinks I'm a very negative guy when on Twitter and like on my streams, but I give ways that you can improve things. Like, you know, I don't just shit on things to shit on them. I want things to get better and be good, you know, for the next time something like this is created, you know? No, it's not supposed to be canon. So I'll clear this up before we get into more of it. The Resident Evil Netflix series, right? Let's just say there's two timelines, right? You've got, is there an easier way that I can do this? Yeah, fuck it. Okay. So you've got video game timeline here, right? This is the video game timeline. This is the Netflix series timeline. They're two very separate ones, but the Netflix series is what the games were. So everything that happened in the games happened in the Netflix series, but the Netflix series isn't connected to the games. They're just using the events of the games to tell the story. There you go. So, yeah, if anybody hasn't watched it and doesn't want to like get spoiled, which I'm going to tell you guys right now, don't watch this. You can go now and come back in about like 15, 20 minutes. Me and the rest of the road team, we're going to have like a big team discussion, but I figured I'd tell you guys how I feel about this first, because, you know, it's just me here. So you guys can hear my thoughts and opinions as well, and then you'll hear smaller versions of that while hearing the rest of the team's look. But the whole joke about this thing being a CW drama show, I thought that was pretty funny, right? I figured that was going to be something that, you know, would just be like, okay, I get it. It's a drama thing, whatever, you know? It's a ha 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 ha, right? But that's what it turns out to be. It really turns into that. Like, I was kind of shocked. Because I guess like the script got leaked and everything. But again, it just, why would you do that? The CW dramas are literally a running joke all over the internet. It's just so bad. And then, you know, like I said, that guy saying that, you know, like, oh, everybody's being violent, disgusting. Yeah, you shouldn't be, but you should be. Well, if you, here's my thing. Okay, this is how I'll put it. If you wanted to have your own spin on a series like this, right? Make your own. Okay? People get made fun of for making fanfics about stuff, but honestly, I've read people's fanfics in Resident Evil, and it's a lot better than what we just got from Netflix, okay? And I'm here to say that people don't want to see your original idea while pulling small bits and pieces from the games into it, right? Because then it's kind of a slap in the face. Like, okay, perfect example. how would you feel if a company that you really loved ended up supporting something terrible, right? Or like they started giving subpar products and they charged you more for it, right? Something that you've been loyal to for like 30 years. You'd be really upset, and that's how Resident Evil fans are. And this is what I also want to say too. You are more than welcome to like the series. You can like it, and I'm not going to judge you for that. Not going to judge you that much. Anyway, no, just kidding. You can like it. It's totally fine. I like the live-action Cowboy Bebop on Netflix, but here's where I'm going to differ from a lot of other people out there. I still say when things are bad. Okay, that Netflix series for Cowboy Bebop, it does a lot wrong, ladies and gentlemen. It is bad on a lot of different levels, but when it did good, it did good, man. Like, they did a lot of good things in that series, but again, a lot of it was really bad, horribly paced, and characters were changed up way too much, and the mystery was kind of gone on a lot of stuff. With the Resident Evil Netflix series, you literally have Wesker, his daughters, and that's it. Nothing makes sense in this series at all. And New Raccoon City is just this blank looking town. It looks like something out of you would see things go down. It doesn't even look like a regular suburban area. It's just white buildings everywhere. Everything looks so cold and sterile, which, I mean, I guess that is what Umbrella is at the end of the day. But I thought it was kind of weird that they gave Wesker a regular house in a regular neighborhood. Your top scientist is living in a regular neighborhood? Really? To me, that just didn't make sense. And as time goes on, they start focusing on the daughters way too much. And I'm sorry, I gotta say this. I'm sure a lot of the people in this show are great actors. We all know Lance Reddick is. We know he's amazing. And I give him props for what he does later in later episodes. But the acting in here was very bad. The dialogue was very bad. And when you go into, like, what was it, 2036 or whatever the future timeline is, like when everything's destroyed, great set pieces. You can't deny that. They built great set pieces for that world when it wasn't all, CGI and stuff like that. But you go into this world and you see what it is, and it's cool, but you don't care about these characters. Like the Jade Wesker, the main one that you're playing, not playing as, you're following. Everywhere she goes, everybody dies. Like, you meet somebody, they're dead. Like, there's no connection. You feel nothing to anybody that dies. And there's a dude from Umbrella chasing her. He's an all new original character, and he's completely like a bumbling, like, he's a psychopath, and there's just nothing to him. He's generic psychopath, right? And then there's a point where they get captured by this group called the Brotherhood, and he helps her out, and they're trying to escape and everything, and they give him this badass moment where he just starts dual wielding and doing martial arts moves, and he's like blowing zombies left and right, like he's destroying them. And then they one-shot Dr. Salvador. You kill one of the most iconic Resident Evil, like, bad guys of all time, because he's just a dude with a bag on his head. There's no parasite, which I thought they were kind of leaning towards in many ways. It just, that was bad. And then, like, they off him very easily in the dumbest way possible. Not that I'm sure Jade could have pulled a guy that heavy up that ladder, but it felt so weird that they ended it right there with that guy. And then from the spiders, the scene with the lickers was pretty cool, I will admit that. But everything just goes all over the place. And that's the thing. Pacing in this is bad. Okay? The pacing in Resident Evil, the Netflix series, is terrible. They transport you to the past and to the future at the wrong times, and they give you characters you don't care about. And all of a sudden, like, in this universe, James Marcus has it's like, I guess was it his daughter? She took back the company or whatever, and they don't even reference that. The whole thing that happened with Wesker and the volcano, it's mentioned. Nothing about the BSAA, nothing about the stars. And then let's go further. When the daughters finally figure out something's wrong with their dad, and like they infiltrate the lab that's in their house, and they find the stuff from Raccoon City in 1998. This is the problem. It shows Wesker walking through an area, and there's an umbrella soldier who I thought was Jill for a second. I was like, oh, maybe this is Stars, right? But then you see what he's dressed in. And they show Lisa Trevor. The Lisa Trevor in Welcome to Raccoon City was better designed than that one that we saw in the show. It was very badly designed. Though I will admit, it was cool seeing the GI on her back and stuff. It was really cool. But it doesn't. It's just like a glimpse of it. See, that's the other problem with this show. Whenever there's an Easter egg or a throwback to the games, it's too quick, it's boring, or they shit on it. Like Barry Burton being a zombie. Jade Wesker goes to find him, right? What happens? She goes to Barry's wife's house, and they've got cats, and she's trying to figure out, like, where Barry is, and then all of a sudden, she hears something, and he's a zombie. He got bit on his last mission, so there's your Barry Burton right there. They did him better in those Paul W.S. Anderson movies, for fuck's sake. And all these sites out there are rating this thing super high, right? And I'm like, yeah, you must be fucking high if you really enjoy this. Like, if you actually can't say what's wrong with this, then you're bought. You're bought. That's all it is. Like, your journalism has been bought. And it just keeps getting worse and worse as the show goes on. Like, these characters that you come across they're not interesting. They're not fun. You don't care about anybody that dies in this, and then you find out that Jade's doing all this stuff, seeing it's like, oh, the zombies can change, they can be different, and they can in many ways. Like they have like a mother zombie or whatever, or sorry, Zero, because zombie is only mentioned once, and it's not even directed at the creatures that are in this show. So they're just they directed that poorly, and then it just keeps going and going into things that you don't care about, like when it talks about the university, and the university has access to like music and all this kind of stuff that happened before the world ended. So Jade, you find out, became a scientist like her dad, and so she's continuing to do research. She's trying to figure out she kills that mother zombie, takes the head, and figures out how to make like a pheromone, which I think is kind of cool. But it also reminds me of something that happened in another Capcom game. You guys might not remember this if you haven't played it, but in Dead Rising, Isabella Keys actually makes a pheromone that will repel the zombies, so Frank and her won't get bit when they have to go through a certain area. And I'm just like, that was like the problem with that. Like, I was just like, well, it's not really a problem. I actually like that. I did like the pheromone part, because I'm just like, oh, that's pretty cool. I mean, yeah, it's kind of borrowing from, Dead Rising a little bit, which is fine because that's a Capcom title. And I think that was an intentional thing for them, for Capcom to, for them to do. And I was like, okay, that's cool, because, Dead Rising doesn't get that much love these days. But like I said, the pacing was all over the place. And again, like, if you like this show, that's fine. I'm not going to hate you guys for liking it, but you just got to admit when things are bad. And I don't see this getting a second season. But anyway, I just hated also too, like, that you couldn't really connect with a lot of these characters that you came across. You didn't feel anything for them because the acting wasn't that good. And as someone who does film and has studied acting, there's a lot of things that are wrong with how things are handled in this. Like, it just, and then like the part when they're on the university, and at one point, Jade, Jade brings a zombie onto the ship, and somehow nobody notices she's carrying a wet body, even though I know it's wrapped up and everything, but like, come on. She lets loose, and then that scientist friend, it's like apparently a really good friend of her and her husband. The zombie kills her, and the unborn child dies, obviously. And I was like, that just seems really, I don't know, it just, like I said, I don't hate anybody who likes this. I don't, I just want proper representation through something. Now, you can get a Resident Evil anime, that would be great. But it just keeps going on. And then the part where they flash back to the Arclay Mountains, when that happened, I was like, oh, cool. Are we going to like see some stars stuff, right? Like, we're going to see stars. Are we going to see members of the team and stuff? Maybe it's different now because obviously Barry was like, you know, a zombie in the future part. And the way the timeline works, it's a little bit weird. But no, we didn't even see that. We just see Wesker going down some stairs, and there's other Weskers in front of him. They do the Wesker children thing, but it's more so cloning. And they kind of, this is actually something I thought was kind of cool. They did take the aspect of Resident Evil 2 of Hunk and his team going after Birkin for the virus, for the G virus, and they kind of did that with Wesker in this, where like they found out he was cloning himself, and you know he was trying to get shit done. And I mean, wouldn't you clone yourself if you were good at something? Like, wouldn't you clone yourself to like do a bunch of different things, right? You know, like that was something for me personally that I was just like, you know, oh wait, was that right there? Yeah, see, yeah, Proxy's right. What he was saying there. Yeah, reminder, it's okay to like and dislike something. Just don't be a toxic asshole about it. Yeah, exactly. And like I said, you don't go after like the actors or anything like that. You give constructive criticism. But like when they're down there, and like this is where I think like Lance Reddick gets to shine, is when he walks down those stairs, looks like Blade. I don't know why they just didn't give him blonde. Like, him with blonde hair would have been cool, because he does look like Wesley Snipes, honestly. He did. And if they gave him the blonde hair look, not only would that have been like a more like closer thing to Wesker, but it would have been cool because that would be a connection to Simon Phoenix. If anybody has seen Demolition Man with Sylvester Stallone and you know, Wesley Snipes, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But he comes down and like he's a mean bastard, right? Like every clone is different, and Lance gets to really act. Now, I knew he was a great actor like this, right? I've seen him in a lot of things, but to see him show off what he could do in that one scene, like, well, I mean, obviously it's not filmed the same time because there's not 5 other like, you know, Lances and shit, but you get what I mean. Like, they do a really good job of like sewing all that together, and it works. And then, you know, Wesker somehow has the superhuman abilities already, so he just got, you know, he takes out the 2 Umbrella guards that came for him. Some of the clones got killed. There was only 2 left, and that clone that was left was the one that we've been dealing with for most of the show. And because the Wesker that killed a bunch of them and escaped, he died in the volcano. And they did actually mention Chris in some way. There was a little Easter egg where the girls were going through the new town, and the girl was like, yeah, she's got fake boobs. Oh, that guy at the gym, yeah, he's doing steroids. Nobody can get that big. Like, that was an Easter egg I actually enjoyed, because, you know, the running joke was Chris Redfield was on steroids during the, like, you know, when we see him in Resident Evil 5. Which I always, even back then, I was like, look, I get it, it's a funny joke, but the fact that people think he's on steroids, I mean, this dude literally, like, bulked up like a machine. Maybe he could have been, but I think if he was, he'd probably get kicked off the BSAA. But the way it all just unfolds, and then you find out that the other clone, the Bert clone, that was like the really nice, like the nice uncle to the girls, and like, you know, the whole breadstick scene in Olive Garden was pretty funny, but he's also incredibly he's unbalanced, and he helps his family, you know, like the Albert Wesker, the other clone, Albert, and the daughters and everything kind of just goes south, and you find out things here and there, and he's working on the Tyrant at one point. At first in the theater, when I first saw that trailer, I thought, oh, maybe that's Wesker's burned body, right? Maybe that's it. But it wasn't. And it was the Tyrant. And the lab blows up at one point because there's a moment where the Albert Wesker that we know, that's the clone from the beginning of the episodes that's been taking care of the girls, he decides to stay behind to give Bert a chance at life. And he writes something down, he gives it to the girls, he goes find her. And I'm like, oh, we're doing this, aren't we? We're doing this, aren't we? This is okay. All right. And then it happens, you know, like the lab blows up, and they think that they killed Marcus's daughter or granddaughter or whatever. And so the firefighters come, to put out the fire at this place, and then all of a sudden the tyrant's hand comes through the rubble, and you see nothing else, nothing at all. And then like it cuts back to Bert driving the girls away, and she opens up the letter, and it's Ada Wong. She's somewhere in Japan, and like that was really it. There's not much to it. Like Jade finds out that her sister's looking for her in the future, like when they're both adults, and the sister, you could tell that she wasn't going to be right when you met her. And it turns out, Evelyn Marcus is still alive, and she's got like a gash on her face, and like when she got stabbed with a needle, and in the past, and she looked the same really. And then it turns out from all the things she wanted to do with the virus, somehow Billy Wesker got infected and controlled her. So I don't know. I just feel like it was all right, but like it was so obvious. You saw all this coming. You didn't think that daughter was gonna was really dying and and stuff. She was controlling Umbrella. It makes sense because of how they were. I guess they were gonna try to set up season 2 anyway. But I'm trying to think. Was it? Oh, I did like the giant crocodile. The crocodile from RE2 does appear in this, but this thing is like huge, like kaiju huge. Well, not kaiju, but like it's big. Like they never actually say how they actually captured that fucking thing, but they're dragging it. Like when they're pulling the boat, that thing's being, pulled behind them and stuff. So, it causes a lot of damage. And then all of a sudden Jade's daughter, the crocodile is going to come kill her because she left the ship because, she was told to. And then she had her hand up to the crocodile, and somehow, the crocodile didn't attack her. I figured maybe she was sprayed with pheromones or something, but, it looks like as Billy said, that Jade probably did something to her. And then, Billy's like, well, I don't need you anymore, and just shoots her sister, and then that's it. She takes the daughter, they fly off. It's all just really sad. Like I said, if you like this stuff, that's fine. You can have this stuff come out. But overall, the big issue that we face here is we still don't have a proper representation from the actual games themselves. The closest we get is really Degeneration, Damnation, Vendetta, Infinite Darkness, because they continue from the games. If Resident Evil had an anime series, right? If they had an anime series, you could do so much with that. But instead, we keep getting stuff like this. And can somebody tell me why at Netflix the CGI looked bad sometimes at this? Like, the CGI looked bad in a lot of areas. Then it looked really good. But overall, to me, it was just something that I don't think a season 2 is going to happen. I think because of, yes, all the journalist sites were giving it 9s and stuff. And let's face it, some of those journalists either probably never played the games or they just don't even know what they're talking about. And unfortunately, journalism in many places are bought. What you hear from them is not from their own mouth or experience. It's what they're told to write about. It's what they're told. It's one of the reasons why on this channel, when I get review copies of games, I let the people know, I was like, look, don't hand me a phone book of what I can and can't say, right? I am here to tell the truth. Now, if you don't want me showing puzzles being solved or major story plot points being broken and everything like that, then that I understand and I'm okay with that. But other than that, you're not going to tell me if there's something that's broken in the game and you know about it, and you tell me not to speak about it, I'm going to speak about it. And that's how it is. Yeah, IGN gave it like 7 out of 10. I think GameSpot gave it a fucking 9. It just... There's a lot of things that are wrong. There's a lot of things that went wrong with this, and they're doing things for a quick buck. They think that, because the Anderson movies made money, that people are going to fall for this. But people really got sick of those Anderson movies towards the later years. They really did. It's just something that is really, really bad. This should not have ever come to the light of day. And if it gets a season 2 somehow, I don't know how it is. It's getting destroyed everywhere by people are finally opening up about it. But I don't know. I just feel that you can like things that are bad, but also admit when they're bad. Because if you don't, you continue to get stuff like this. Resident Evil literally has gone through this, where people loved the stuff that was bad, and that's why we kept getting the things that were bad, you know, like for a while, until they finally course corrected. And look, again, if these people that worked on the show, like the writers, the director, the CGI people, makeup artists, whatever, if they're getting mad at us for having opinions, well, tough shit. Welcome to the internet. Because I'm not saying anything mean towards them. I'm just saying that your show that you created, well, yes, a lot of work went into probably making the set designs, doing the zombie makeup, which the zombies didn't even look that great, to be honest. Like, they looked very, like, okay-ish. But I'm offering constructive criticism. If you wanted to really do this series the right way, you wouldn't have done what you did with these characters. You would have given us the characters from the games and retold the story, but obviously in a different way, and it would have worked. You could have changed some things. Like, even Welcome to Raccoon City kind of did it. You know, they just kind of ran out of budget for a lot of things, but still. I don't hate the people behind this that did this, but I just wish that they would have understood what they have here. They had the ability to create something really, truly amazing, and now this is going to go down as another stink project. Like I said, I like some moments about this show, but for the most part, I was falling asleep. And there was even, I feel like, 2 episodes back to back that they didn't even have any zombies in them, like, at all. What this show also kind of like suffers from is like what later seasons of The Walking Dead suffered from. It was more about the people than the actual zombies. Like, can we get a hunter? The Lickers were in there, and I felt that they weren't even that big of a friggin' deal. You know, like, I really didn't feel that they were like a big deal in this, sadly. And then, you know, no hunters. And then the Gravedigger. There wasn't even there was a friggin' caterpillar. So that, and like the fact that like that caterpillar grabbed her by the leg and slammed her down so hard on a car, like, it's her back of her head cracked the windshield, but she didn't bleed at all. I know, main character, but like she got knocked out a lot and a lot of concussions, and I thought that was kind of like meh. Look, all I'm saying is, you know, don't be a dick to people if they like this. Don't be a dick, because it solves nothing. And from what I've seen, this fandom's been really acting up a lot lately. So I think that, you know, people need to choose their words a little bit better. But at the end of the day, I'm literally giving this show a 1 out of 10. It's not worth watching. It's so back and forth all the time. There's elements that are good in it. But the problem is, it's not enough to save the series. And if a season 2 happens to this, I don't think it's going to. I mean, they literally pulled they pulled out Ada Wong at the end, like they did with Welcome to Raccoon City. And like, this is the problem. Like, shows kind of have to like focus on creating a story element. One of the reasons why the original Iron Man worked so well was because it was just Iron Man. There was no Captain America. There was no Thor. There was no anything else. It was just a guy in a suit going around correcting his father's mistakes, the mistakes he also made while in charge of the company, the weapons manufacturing, everything, fighting corporate businesses and all this jazz. And by doing that, then at the end, they had that like 1-minute clip of Samuel L. Jackson walking in. I want to talk to you about the Avengers Initiative. A lot of movies are trying to create universes, and TV shows are trying to create like a series, and they don't focus on the main thing at first. Like the Power Ranger movie in 2017. That was actually a good movie. It had a lot of issues, and it wasn't as great as it could have been, but they focused on world building instead of that one project they're working on now. I feel like everyone in Hollywood say they love the franchise they are working on, but they know nothing about the franchise. Okay, well, this is something I like when I was out to dinner with the rest of my team, like our directors and our writers and our stuntmen. This is what was happening. We were discussing this show. And sometimes in Hollywood, you get people that are passionate about making stuff like this, right? But it's like the same thing with game development. You've got these writers, these directors, these programmers, these executives, all the executive producers, all these people that work on these games and these movies to make them what they should be. But then you get the CEOs, the higher ups, and they come down with all their money, and they have no idea about making video games. That's why they have developers. They're the ones that are handling the money. They're running the company. That's what they do. Okay? They shouldn't be making decisions on games telling you, oh, it should be like this. Oh, we're going to do that. You know what? DLC is a really big thing, so cut some of this stuff out and we're going to throw it into DLC later. That's what gaming development is. And like, I have friends who are actors as well, and they've told me a lot of horror stories about how it works on set, where you read stuff and it just gets cut. So that's the big issue at the end of the day, is that this should have been something different. Shouldn't have been what it was. It's not good. It's very badly acted in many aspects. The set designs are great. Certain Easter eggs semi work. But at the end of the day, I don't think there's going to be a season 2 of this show. And to be honest, I'm glad. You know, I just don't understand what they were thinking. He said like they wanted to tell their own story and stuff. It's like, okay, then why don't you tell a story in the Resident Evil universe, right? And create new characters that meet the older characters, or the older characters meet up with these new characters. Why don't you do something like that instead? Why can't you do something like that instead? But then you go out and do this. Because this happens a lot. You get people that say they're fans and they just go off the rails. So, are they Easter eggs or key jangling? No, they're Easter eggs. We got Wesker Snipes alone. That makes it a 3.8 out of 5. Nah, even then, dude, I couldn't take that seriously. Resident Evil Outbreak is pretty much perfect for a TV show. I'm sure Netflix would find a way to ruin it, though. Yeah, that's the thing. Resident Evil Outbreak would work great as a show. All the different scenarios that you could do in like one season of that, or 2 seasons of it, or whatever you wanted to do. Well, okay, so this is how you build a better like a Resident Evil series if you want it faithful to the adaptation, right? Because you look at Castlevania. Castlevania is great. Now, I'm a Castlevania fan, and the timeline's kind of all over the place, and some Belmonts and some characters are loved more than others, and a lot of people were really upset that Trevor Belmont was the one in this show rather than Richter Belmont or, Simon Belmont. But, now we're getting Richter in the new anime. So they kind of took everything that was amazing in Castlevania and molded it into one and kind of created their own series. They took characters and events and areas from the games and they crafted them into this world that really worked out well. Like, extremely well. Resident Evil can be summed up and changed in many ways, much like it can with like certain games that need a remake. Resident Evil 0 could be season 1. You could literally like have so much happening in Resident Evil 0 before the actual mission to the Arklay Mountains happen, right? And then it crosses over to like the characters from that'll be in season 2, which will be Resident Evil 1, remake of that, and it gives you inside look on how Jill is as a character, like how she's friends with Becky and Priscilla, like the little girls that got married by the zombies and that like haunted her throughout the book and shit like that. Chris wondering about his friend Billy and all this stuff. All this stuff can be done and told in a great anime, or I think anime is the way to go, because then you can make it like get the people who animated Castlevania or the people who animate Hellsing, right? And I think aspects of that would be really good, and you could make it work. Resident Evil 2 as a season by itself, crossing over crossing it over with 3 probably wouldn't work as much because you'd be going back and forth, and that always doesn't work. They could do a lot of great stuff, but they just refuse to. So it's a shame. It's really a shame that companies got to be like this and people can't see the bigger picture. I always say that fans do it best. Fans will always do it better than anybody from Hollywood or Netflix or anyone, because fans, it's their budget. Fans will be doing these things. Best example I can give, Street Fighter Assassin's Fist. That is a perfect representation of what Street Fighter is about. It takes place before Ken and Ryu enter the first, like Street Fighter tournament, Street Fighter 1, Street Fighter 2. and it's their training. It's like the last couple of like, months of their training that they've been going on for like, I think like 8, 9, 10 years. And it's absolutely amazing to watch them go through that. They find out the story of Akuma, their master, all this stuff. And like, they added to that because we don't know that much about the world of Street Fighter because, it's a street fighting game. Like, not a lot of backstory for characters gets explained. But they add all this stuff. They show Ryu and Ken growing up in training and Ken learning how to, he's not supposed to use Satsui no Hado because it's so evil, but he eventually unlocks his own Hado where it's, they explain how he's able to, have a Shoryuken and his fist catches fire and shit. They explain that, which is really cool. So that was done right. And I think an anime of Resident Evil would do really well as, too. But, it just, at the end of the day, I think that needs to be the next move. If Capcom lends out their license to Resident Evil to anybody else, that's what's gotta be. That's what's gotta be at the end of the day. Truth be told, that's what it has to be. It's just, again, like I said earlier in this video, I want things to be right. I just want proper representation of a series that I love, and then you can go out and do all this. You can go out and do all this after, and everything will be fine. So, yo, Joseph Whitehouse with the $10 super chat. Thank you, dude. Happy Monday, everybody. Thank you, dude. Hope you're having a good night, man. Thank you. Thank you for stopping by, dude. Greatly appreciate it. What was it? At this point, it seems like fans want a beat for beat of the cutscenes, but live action, which I wouldn't mind. I like Welcome to Raccoon City. I hope. Okay. Well, first off, Raccoon City's not gonna get a sequel. That thing tanked. It didn't make anything. It was barely even in theaters. This is how bad this movie did, right? When me, JJ, and the rest of the team from Row, Susie, Matt the Marvel, and the rest of the guys from Biohazard Declassified, when we went to that movie, they didn't even have a Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City poster in any of the frames advertising upcoming movies and movies that are playing now. They didn't have any. We actually had, I think it was Andy or Kai that photoshopped it in on the other movie that was behind us. So it's not gonna happen. And nobody wants a shot-for-shot remake, like I said, right? I already explained how you can do things. You can follow the S.T. Perry novels. You could take from there and how those characters really, they delved into those characters a lot. And you could literally do you guys remember in the Resident Evil 3 novel? This is one of my favorite part of the Nemesis novel, is where Jill's in Raccoon City still, and she's trying to help survivors, and they all corral in a school, and she tells them, it's like, okay, board the doors up. I'm going to be back in like a day or so. I'm going to go look for other survivors, and I'm going to go yada, yada, yada. She's going to go do other things. I can't remember exactly. And she's talking about how she went back to the school, and all the barricades were ripped down. There was bodies everywhere. Someone had, she says that someone probably saw a loved one out in the street and went to save him, and it caused the zombies to get inside. That would be a great thing to explore. Even going into Resident Evil 5, Chris having issues with Jill's the loss of Jill. I mean, hell, you could even make stuff that happens before the events of Resident Evil 5, in between Lost in Nightmares and Resident Evil 5. You could even have it to where they run into the bird lady, where Jill's got the mask on and everything, and kicks the crap out of kicks the crap out of Chris, escapes and everything, and then in Resident Evil 5, the anime, you say it's I've seen that woman with him before. I met her down in Cairo or something like that. I had a run-in with her down in Cairo, something like that. There is ways to tell great stories, but this series just didn't do that. Yeah, the S.T. Perry novels are really good. They really are good. All right, Joseph, thanks for stopping by, man. Greatly appreciate it. Yo, Michael, what's going on? So yeah, it's just, it is what it is at this point, guys. It's here. It's probably not gonna get a second season. And I think Capcom might take into consideration what they're going to do next time, who they lend their property to. Because we all know that the Monster Hunter movie fucking tanked. That's because it couldn't also be shown overseas, so... And that's kind of the other problem I have with Hollywood. They bank on the overseas market. Instead of making movies for the people that really enjoy them, they're just going to make them and be like, yeah, if we throw them overseas, people will go watch them, and that'll be it. Everybody loves Hollywood movies. You know, it's just... It's ridiculous. Anyway. Been going on a rant about a good time right now. So, let's see. Give me 1 second, guys. Hold on. And also, yeah, guys, for the 31 people that are watching right now, thank you for listening to my rant. We're almost at 30 likes, and we haven't even started the stream yet. But, you know, with all this Resident Evil stuff, we're going to be playing some Resident Evil 2 tonight. So just give me 1 quick second. Okay. Okay, let's see. All right, let's get this loaded up here. Oh, God. Okay, so it's got to update. So far, the only film adaptation that is based on a video game that people like is Sonic the Hedgehog. Dude, people fucking love the first Mortal Kombat movie. You forget about that. People really, really love that movie. They don't really care much for the second one. I can understand that. That's for sure. That was rushed. I'm trying to think. What was the other one that people really enjoyed? People like the new Mortal Kombat movie, but it had its issues. But a sequel got greenlit because it's still a good movie. Well, it's good and bad. What do you mean? How long will you be new to retro reviews? There's always new games, and there's always gonna be retro games to play. You know. All right. Let's see here. Aha, here we go. Oh, do I? Wait, that's RE2. Do I have? Oh, okay. I do have Leon's disc here. Yeah, I mean, like, you know, you look at like the first Tomb Raider, and there's a lot of problems with it, but it's still somewhat what it's supposed to be. Yeah, the sequel did not do good. And then, like, I guess that's right. The Tomb Raider reboot. I keep forgetting that it exists. So, okay. All right, so guys, just let me know how the audio is when the game starts up. Wait, was there?
Resident Evil 2.
Audio was good? Okay, cool. Wait, do I have saved data on here, or? Oh, shit, I do. Wait, arrange game. Rookie. Wait, rookie, isn't it like when you get like a bunch of like easy shit or something? Either way, I'll stick to the original. We'll do normal.
Resident Evil 2.
Dude, that PS1 boot up sound, I've wanted to use that for something for years, and I wanted to do it for like an intro video, but then like, you know, Jared over at Avalanche Reviews, he's had that for a while, so I was just like, nah, I don't need it anymore now.
A bizarre incident occurred in the outskirts of an American suburb called
How about
Raccoon
lower that?
City. It was later revealed that the terrible disaster had been caused by the T virus, a mutagenic toxin created by the international.
Yeah, for the 30 people that are here watching right now, guys, we've hit 30 likes, and you know, you guys are incredible. Thank you for that. No, it's been a while since I've streamed because again, I was, for those of you who weren't here earlier, I was down in Philly doing filming and photos. So
the case was apparently closed, thanks to the efforts of stars.
I want to get the Dreamcast version of this, but it's like $150. Yeah, I have it sitting right over there. It's actually looking at me through the case right now.
But the
I keep my Dreamcast 2 and 3 RE games in the case because I don't want nothing getting at those. You know, like seeing. I was talking about this with friends recently. You look at the PlayStation 1, and it was actually a very limited system in terms of its power back in the day.
What have we got here?
And it created great things like this, games that you don't get any more of. And I remember playing this for the first time back in the day, and it just scared the ever-living hell out of me. Yeah, it doesn't look that scary now. But I think if you'd actually let little kids play at the age I was at, they would get freaked out by this.
Maniac. Why'd he bite me?
How much did I pay for the Dreamcast version? I paid like $30 for it. Like, you know, I didn't have it on the Dreamcast like initially back in the day. I found it, and then like it was a couple years later with the Dreamcast. I got it for like dirt cheap. I found it at like a flea market or whatever.
What was that?
All right, Josh, take care, dude.
What are these things? All right.
Oh, Steam Deck, nice. I got one coming next month too.
Don't move. No! What's up with that guy? That was a clean hit.
Now this scene right here, when Leon fires his gun, watch his elbow.
Wait! Don't shoot!
Get down!
It looks so, it like recoils so weird.
Can't stay out here. Head to the police station. It'll be a lot safer. There!
Psychopaths, that's, isn't that
Okay.
Evil Within? Oh no, that Psycho Break is what it's called in Japan.
What's going on? I arrived in town, and the whole place went
Great. The
insane.
radio's out.
You're a cop, right?
Yeah, first day on the job. Great, huh? Name's Leon Kennedy. Nice to meet you.
Mine's Claire. Claire Redfield. I came to find my brother, Chris.
Hey, could you open the glove box?
Sure. There's a gun inside.
Better take it with you.
Look out!
Boom.
You okay?
Still in one piece.
There's just some games you play, man, and it just brings you back to your childhood, you know. That's kind of like what this channel's about is nostalgia in many ways, not just like, you know, like playing new games, but it's like something I mentioned in an upcoming review that I'm working on, if I can ever get it finished, is that you don't really know that you're building retro memories when you're playing new stuff. The new things become retro at some point, so you have those memories. Oh yeah, like I mean, I freaked out about playing this game back in the day too. The original Resident Evil, when I got it on launch day, like I couldn't play it by myself. I had to have my friends help me play it. You know, I had to have them help me with it. Like, you know, just be there with me as I played. Same with Resident Evil 2. My buddy Josh, he and I played this a lot. My buddy Bruno and I, Bruno owned this game as well, and oh, I thought, damn. And I remember I spent like one summer. It was oh boy. Ugh. It was one summer. Bruno had got this game, and we played it. And we would bring the N64 to my grandmother's house because the N64, you know, that's like when this one came out to it, and we played a lot of it there because, you know, we'd swim in the pool, and then, you know, we would go inside and just play it, and it was great.
Freeze. Who are you? What are you doing here?
Hold your fire! I'm a human!
Sorry about that. I thought you were one of them.
What's going on in this town?
Hold on. I don't have a clue. By the time I noticed something was wrong, the entire city was infested with zombies.
I died here the first time I played it. To be fair, it makes sense to die here. Alright, do I... Do I want to get the special... You know what? Nah, screw it. I'm collecting the ammo and all that stuff. Yeah, so much for my no damage run. But I remember that scaring the shit out of me as a kid. Like when those zombies came through that door. Whew. It just, you know, but even in my mind, I'm like, why didn't he have the emergency shutters down? Like that never made sense to me at all. Traded NBA Live 2004 N64 and only had to pay $5 for the best decision I ever made. At the time, I knew nothing about it, and I thought it would look cool, and I saw the back, and I got hooked. See, like, that's a great story. Right there. That's a great story. You traded in a sports game, and you got something better. Double score! This too shall pass. I can see why Silent Hill scares people. I don't know. I think I was a little bit more afraid of Resident Evil than Silent Hill, because like Silent Hill is more psychological horror than anything else. It's not really meant to scare you, but it's made to make you think. Come on. loser! Fuck you, nerd! Why can't Capcom just remaster this and other originals? Because this is so much... There is so much money in it, and cause all the old school fans would buy it. Yeah, I mean, like, people would like it. Yeah. Like, people would really enjoy getting these, but you know what? Because of the PlayStation Plus and shit like that, like, you know, like how it has PS1 games now, you might not get that. It's actually kind of crazy to think, there's no signs of life. Yeah, with the... I'm not sure how well this is sold right now, the Capcom Fighting Collection. But if it's sold well enough... Oh boy. Here we go. Dodge! Oh shit! If it's sold well enough, then we could get something like another Capcom Fighting Collection Volume 2, where they have things like Plasma Sword, Rival Schools, you know, all that kind of stuff. They would have all that on there, and it would be great, right? So why wouldn't you do that with your other collections? You know, like the Capcom horror collections. You get, like, you know, Resident Evil 1, 2, and 3, and you get those games in Survivor, right? You get those games. And then the Survival Horror Pack 2, where you get, like, what would you get, actually? What would be good? What would be something that you get? Like Code Veronica, and you would get things like Outbreak 1 and 2, Dead Aim, shit like that, you know? That would be really cool. I mean, even Konami did it. They made a collection for their Game Boy games and stuff. What do you think of the Netflix series? I personally don't like it. You must have just joined in here. Woot, there it is. Because I spent about nearly an hour before the stream ranting. Well, sorry, on the stream ranting about it. It's not good. You can like it if you like it. That's fine. I'm not gonna, like, you know, trash people for not liking it. But I want people to understand that it's not a good series. You can like it, but it's bad in a lot of different ways. All right, Caleb, take care, dude. Thank you for coming by, man.
Oh, man. Who are you? Oh, you must be the new guy. Leon. Sorry, but it looks like your party has been canceled. What happened? About 2 months ago, there was this incident involving zombies in a mansion located in the outskirts of this city. Chris and the other STARS members discovered that Umbrella was behind everything. They risked their lives to reveal the truth, but no one believed them. Not long after that, all this,
like, this was
started to happen.
Oh, did I like the animated series for Netflix?
Hang in there. Don't worry about me. Just rescue the survivors in the other rooms.
Did I like Infinite
Here.
Darkness?
Take this key card. You should be able to unlock the doors in the hall with this.
I like the
Now
fact
go.
that Nick got to play Leon.
But-
I like the fact that Stephanie got to come
Just
back as
go.
Claire. I hate the fact that they sidelined
Fine.
Claire again,
But
like
I'm
they did in
coming back for you.
Degeneration.
Just hold on.
I think graphically the fucking thing looked great, but plot-wise it was just kind of dull. And well, people seem to forget this too. You guys gotta remember this. Infinite Darkness is the same length as yeah, Infinite Darkness is the same length as the CGI films, like Vendetta and Damnation. So it's like you tried to create a series in 4 episodes. Like, why would you do that? I think, like I said, I think Nick was badass as Leon in it. I thought there were some really cool moments. But at the end of the day, it's just, I think it could have been better. I think they had a good idea going with it, like continuing making stuff like that, and I hope it gets a second season. I just hope they give us, like, 8 episodes. You know? It's too dark to see anything outside. Yeah. Really? Really? Like, really? Okay. Thank you. Man, like, I love Duck Station. Like, look how beautiful this friggin' shit looks, man. Like, this is great. But I just remember walking through these halls originally back in the day. This game was confusing. But seeing it coming in magazines and, especially this iconic moment right here. Just... Vendetta is my favorite of the 3 CGI films. I loved Resident Evil Vendetta. And here's the thing. I know it's not as good as Damnation. But the fact that it's so over the top bullshit, fucking crazy, insane ass shit, it was awesome. Plus, like, I'm a big fan of, like, martial arts and motion capture, so, like, that friggin' hallway fight that Chris and Leon had against the zombies was absolutely incredible. Oh shit, the fire goes out after you pick up the gem? Huh. Damn, man, like, normally you get a lot of these fucking bullets. I mean, I'm not complaining, don't get me wrong. Gotta need them, especially when I get the friggin' Matilda. That thing eats fucking ammo. That looked rough in Rev 2. Well, you gotta remember this. Revelations 2 was kind of a budget title. A lot of characters didn't look as they should have. Got me, bitch. Shit. No. Those zombie modes still creep me out, man. Go. Yeah, the extension that it gets for it. It just, like, it's cool because it fires fast, but it just eats your bullets, you know? I think, like, these games, though, were really good at when it came time for the atmosphere. I think they're, like, pretty much unmatched when you really look at it. Like, don't get me wrong, I love Final Fantasy VII, and Breath of Fire 3 is absolutely an amazing title, and Metal Gear Solid is absolutely a masterpiece in many ways, but I think when you really wanted to get down to like what this game wanted to do, it did it right. I mean, for fuck's sake, like Resident Evil 1 was good, right? But this game took what worked in the first game and somehow improved upon it. Did absolutely amazing, right? It's kind of crazy when you think about it. But yeah, we've hit over, we're at 33 likes right now. So guys, greatly, thank you for that. Thank you for that. But if anybody hasn't hit that like button, please do, because it helps get the streams noticed and it does very good for the channel here. So I would greatly appreciate you guys if you have not. Also, give me 1 second here. If you guys would be so kind as to click this link that I'm about to put right here in the chat. That is to my Twitter. Please go and like and retweet that so to let people know that we are live, because unfortunately, how social media works, I don't get my stuff seen that much. I greatly appreciate a little boost there, guys. And again, thank you guys just for coming out and hanging out. I greatly appreciate it. Yo, Capcom Killer, what's going on? Really like the changes to the RPD's design that RE2 remake made. It feels a lot less linear. Yeah, I can see that. It still feels like the Raccoon City Police Department that we know from this in many ways. But its design is up. It's kind of like how in Resident Evil Remake, the original remake, they take everything about the first game and just new coat of paint without ruining what was great about the original. Nothing but improvements. Oh, that's right. I forgot Leon gets the 2 shotguns. Oh, that's good, dude, that you got negative COVID test. That's great. You know, no, I'm glad to be back streaming, honestly. I've missed it.
Leon!
It's good to see you're still among the living. It looks like we're not gonna find your brother here after all.
Nope, I haven't gotten it yet, thank God. Knock on wood. I try to be very careful because I don't want to bring it home to my dad because he's 82.
Any longer than necessary. Let's split up, look for any survivors, and get out of here.
Right.
One last thing. Here's a radio. Take it. That way we can keep in touch if anything happens.
Oh, that's right. It's RE3 is where there's bullets on that thing.
I can't believe what is happening to this city.
Pretty underrated song, if you ask me. Yeah! I wonder. Can I hit him from here? Well, it nicked him. Gonna be like, that motherfucker better be going down. I don't think I can go through here. Yep, thought so. My first stream here was when he played Final Fantasy Tactics. Yeah, I'm still gonna play that. Don't worry. That's we're gonna finish that. We're gonna finish Final Fantasy Tactics at some point because I do wanna start playing some other games too. But that game's just so so fun to play, right? It's great. It's a great fun game. Ugh. All right, we're at 35 likes. Hope we can get this stream up to 40. I think the last stream I did, what was it? I think you guys got me up to like 70. Thought I was far enough away. Yeah, I think you guys helped me. Oh, that's right. Yeah. We did hit 70 because like the whole goal was to get 69 likes, and you guys helped me get that. That was just during playing Resident Evil Survivor. So, I do appreciate that. Just played through Symphony of the Night, got 2006 completion. Love that game. Oh god, Symphony of the Night, man. I want to play that, but I don't know. Like, I've only beaten it once. I will, however, though, I will play Castlevania Circles of the Moon from the Game Boy Advance game that's on the PC and all that stuff, because I fucking love Circles of the Moon. That game is absolutely incredible. I fucking love it. They did such a good job with that back in the day. And it's not even considered canon to the series anymore. We'll be playing Resident Evil 1 on a later stream next time. Possibly. I don't know. See, like, I'm only really playing this tonight because I wanted to talk about the Resident Evil Netflix series. And I figured, let's play Resident Evil 2. Everybody loves Resident Evil 2 after, you know? I wasn't gonna, like, talk Resident Evil and then play, like, Power Rangers Battle for the Grid or anything, you know? Oh, triple score! But I really do want to... Am I going the right way? Oh, that's right, yeah, this is one of the right ways. Oh, no, I gotta go the other way. Well, I can just unlock the door while I'm down here anyway. Probably shouldn't have wasted that. Ah, shit. The Tales series? Nah. I'd never really been a fan of the Tales series. Just never really, just never really stood out for me. I know they're good games. Like, I know that they're really good games, but... Oh, shit. Come on, really? Oh. No, it's not on the actual system. I don't have the stuff to really update, like from like a converter and all that shit. It's gonna be like, okay, Leon, kill him. Well, like, I don't like to hook my consoles up and tax my computer any more than I have to. Like, if I can play these games, if I can play these games on emulation or my PC, then I'll do it. I'm saving up for that PC still. It's tough, but I'm getting there slowly but surely. Yeah, get rid of that. But yeah, it's just I don't like hooking the Elgato up unless I have to, you know? Like if I'm playing like the Switch or PlayStation 4 games, you know? Like even the footsteps of you walking down the halls like this. Like that's enough to be like like fucking creepy as hell and creep anybody out. Whoa! Oh no! We got rid of them at least. God damn it! Now I get shotgun shells. I'll take it. Leave him alive anyway. Perfect. Really, over 1K? Jesus Christ. Like I said, it's really just, you're better off just buying the computer in full right now, you know? You really are. Damn it. And that's something I always love that you can hear out here too, is like the zombie moans in the wind. Like, they didn't have to think of that back then, you know? They didn't have to go that hard. But they did. So I've got the precinct key. I don't think I've ever gotten bit by that zombie. So there's only... Oh, yeah, it's probably for where the STARS office is. That door. If I go this way, it goes up. Yeah, I get the handgun parts anyway. That's just the first aid spray. Yo, Baz, there you are. What's going on, dude? I was hoping that stupid thing would come after me from the gunshot. What's going on, Baz? How you doing? Y'all finally like settled in and everything like that? Playing Banished. Ooh, Banished. I also have no idea what that game is. I hope it's fun. Oh no, the desk broke, dude? That sucks. You're not gonna lie. That's like kind of like why I found if I ever have to move in the future, I'm afraid moving all this shit. I did that once before when I moved down to my sister's place in Connecticut for a while. This is like about 9-10 years ago, and I took those shelves down behind me and loaded up all my games, and I was so worried about them being transported. Blood Omen Legacy of Kain. Oh yeah, but like not like, oh god, like not. I haven't played that game in years now that I think about it. I know this guy. Jimmy boy, what's going on, Jim? How you doing, man? Glad to see you made it home safe and sound. Maybe I can't use it right now. I just wanted to use it. Now you fucking video game, man. Yeah, like Logan stopped by today to hang out, dude. And, like we were talking about it, and like he's dead set on like you coming to visit, like you, him, Gary, Eric, and shit. Like it's happening. Oh, there we go. That's tasty. I remember that scaring the ever-living shit out of me as a kid when that happened. Like, no fucking joke. Wait, really, Baz? That's crazy. But, you know, hopefully that just means it's a nice quiet town, you know? I'll add extra push-ups to my day-to-day. You know, like, he was really excited about it. Like, he really wants, like, people to come visit and hang out and shit, you know? I told him, like, we'll film, like a Miami Vice movie and shit. And he's like, I'm down. I'm down to do that. And I was like, yeah, Logan, you can be the drug dealer. And he's like, okay. I said, he better be dead. Wait, Baz, wild horses go by your house? That's awesome. I remember when I stayed in England at my mentor's house, him and his wife. They were living out there for a couple of years at that point, and their backyard was amazing, right? Like, I'm not joking. Like, their backyard was awesome. They literally had there was this field. You look out the window in the morning, like where they had breakfast and shit, and you would look out this window and you just see like this field that just stretched as far as the eye could see, and there were sheep. Sheep would just go by it. It was great, you know? It was really cool. And then there's a house, like a mansion that overlooks like the field, like way off in the distance. And I was like, whose place is that anyway? Like, that just seems very ominous, like a villain lives up there. And he told me, he goes, well, actually, the guy who made the music for The Exorcist lives up there. And I'm like, what? Really? That's pretty cool. Oh, apartment living. Okay. Yeah. I don't think I could ever do city living. First off, I hate the city. Especially when I have to be in Boston to do, like, photos and stuff, because, like, there's just douchebags everywhere and fucking assholes. That's why I love doing photo shoots in New York City. Nobody gives a fuck what you do in New York City. It's great. I knew that was happening, and that music still gets me every fucking time. Yo, Nemesis, what's going on, dude? Welcome to the stream, man. Glad to have you. We're almost at 40 likes, so if you guys could actually hit the like button and help me out, that helps out the stream and helps it get noticed, and it'll do wonders for the end of the stream, like when the stream uploads. So greatly appreciate any help, guys. Meow. Oh, you know, dude, just traveling for work and everything, doing photos, working on videos, that kind of stuff. One of the Jelly Belly, and he had a manor on the side of the hill, which, whatever the family reunion happened, I'd like to see cows just chilling. Cows are awesome, man. I also don't trust cows. Yeah, I mean, like, seriously, you ever just look at a cow, like, right in its face? And, like, you just feel uneasy about that cow? Maybe it's just me, but cows are cool. They're also kind of creepy. They're gonna get us back for all the cow tipping. You watch, one day the cows are just gonna rise up and start tipping us over. Ugh. So, let's just look at something right here, guys. That fire is burning for a good while, right? And we go over here, we click it, and somehow the bullets inside didn't explode. Like, help me figure that out. Curly moo? I love it. Like I said, man, cows are creepy. They just look at you and you just feel uneasy. Like they're gonna strike. Come on. I get hungry near cows. Oh, Jesus. If you think just looking at cow is bad, Tony, a few years ago, my parents and I did a trip through U.S. when we were driving through Texas. There were so many cows. Oh, fuck yeah, dude, it's Texas. You're gonna find cows up the yin-yang. It's a place called Paradise, Texas, and a friend of mine goes to visit relatives that live there. This place is out in the middle of nowhere, right? So when she's sleeping, hears like this crashing noise against the house. And it's the armadillos. The armadillos there, she says, oh, they're assholes. They're so mean. And they literally will roll and smash into the house. I'm like, that's fucking hilarious. I've been seeing armadillos too on what do you call it there? On a lot of things lately. Like TikTok and all that jazz. I see them on TikTok and I'm like, so are armadillos a cute new thing now? Is that what we're doing here? Precinct key. All right. Idaho doesn't surprise me about the cows. Wait, what? Armadillos can give you leprosy? Really? I mean, I'm sure the people who own them on TikTok and stuff clean them and shit. Like that 12-year-old that got yeeted by a fucking bison. Oh my god, oh my god, I kinda... Is there video of that happening? Like, I want to see the child get yeeted into the air. Just saw pictures, damn. Whoa. That was weird. Usually, like, he doesn't crash through until after you go by. Maybe I stopped too soon or something. I blew off his arm. Like, stay down, bitch. Alright, so I've got that key. What area do I need to go to get to where I need to go? Come on, brain, we can do this. Oh, I know. Yes, Babs, do, please. Yo, Sabrina, what's going on? Welcome. There is video, oh my god, of the bison. Oh my god, yeah, put it in the Discord, Baz. You know, again, guys, thank you all for tuning in and hanging out tonight. I greatly appreciate it. If I go this way that I'm going, yeah, fuck it. Okay. I'm doing all right. Actually, really tired, but doing okay though. Can't really complain at all. What's funny, you know, like how they say it's like, oh yeah, this item is useless. Do you want to discard it now? Oh shit. Ah, his arms on me, get it off! I risked my life for fucking film. Ah! The only wild animals I ever get near is like are deer, bunnies, and the turkeys when they start coming around. They're pretty dumb, but they're pretty awesome. You know what? Nah, fuck it. He gets to live. Yeah, bison are scary. I love them. Oh yeah, deer can fuck you up. Yep. But generally, they always stay like, you know, like you just get that vibe when you're around them. It's just like, okay, yeah, I'm not gonna go any closer because they're gonna take off that way, or they could take my head off. But the deer that roam through my backyard, I think they're like kind of used to me at this point. They'll see me out there with my camera, and I just don't pay much attention to them, and they don't pay much attention to me. It's kind of cool. It's actually funny. Not this past winter, but the winter before. Yeah, like 2 winters ago. I was out in my backyard, and I had my camera with me because it was snowing, and I was taking photos of the snow and the trees and everything, and all of a sudden, like, I see the snow start moving. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? And all of a sudden, like, you know, a female deer, she just rises from the snow. You know, it was honestly really cool. Burger Kong. Oh, deer, fucking moose? Fuck mooses, man. Those things are scary as shit. They will fucking charge you. Oh, you motherfucker. I've had venison. It's okay. I've had bison sausage before. It's pretty good. Yeah, you don't fuck with coyotes, man. Unless it's that one from Looney Tunes, because he just blows himself up after time. There we go. Really, it was dry? That sucks. And there she is.
Sorry about that. When I saw the uniform, I thought you were another zombie.
Who are you?
Ada Wong.
And what are you doing here?
I'm looking for some guy named Ben. He's one of those reporter types, always looking for a scoop. I heard he was locked up in the cell block, only there's a wrecked car barring the entrance. I've been trying to find another way inside. If we work together, we can move this thing. Give me a hand here, will you?
Are you the guy that goes on Rose channel? Dude, I was there. I'm one of the founding members of Row. There's also a video on Mama Cougar mock charging to a guy to get him away from her cubs. Oh geez, yeah, you don't mess with cougars, man. Those things are crazy. Yo, welcome back, Jesse.
Ada, wait!
Like, it's so crazy, right? This music, the way the pre-rendered backgrounds were designed, and the acting in this is just miles above what we got in the original. Like, you know, I miss my pal Paul. He was so good as Leon in this, and literally one of the nicest human beings I've ever met in my life. Dude literally was just all about making people happy and being kind. He just did such a good job at doing that. Like, his presence in general just made you happy, because he was always just a good dude, you know?
Let me guess. You must be Ben, right? Get up, now!
What do you want? I'm trying to sleep here.
Ben's actor is pretty good in this too, you know. I really feel he does a good job.
Is this the guy?
Ben, you told the city officials that you knew something about what's been going on, didn't you? What did you tell them?
And who the heck are you?
I'm trying to find my boyfriend. His name's John. He was working for a branch
Two
office
cells,
of
yeah.
Umbrella, based
Kind of
in
bullshit when you
Chicago,
think about
and
it.
He suddenly disappeared 6 months ago. I heard a rumor that he's here in the city.
I don't know anything. And even if I did, why would I want to tell you?
Okay, I say we leave him in there. Does anyone know where they put the key to this cell?
I have it right here, officer. But I'm not about to leave this cell. Those zombies aren't the only things crawling around out there.
What was that?
Like I said, I'm not leaving this cell. Get out of here before you lead it right to me.
Hey, I'm not going anywhere. I'm the only cop left alive in this building.
What?
Look, if you want to live, then you're gonna have to leave with me.
But do you even know how to get out of the city? There's a kennel in the back of the building. Inside the kennel is a manhole. Go through and it'll lead you to the sewer entrance, but it won't be easy.
All right, I'm going.
Yeah, like that's another big thing about this is like when I first heard that roar back in the day, I was like, wait, what? And then, you know, you start playing it, and then you come across William Burke, and you actually get like boss battles, you know, because like in the original Resident Evil, you only really get the snake, the black tiger, Neptune in some way, even though like Neptune's just kind of like a small shark when you really look at him at the end of the day. You know, I think with how like more prominent video games are in this day and age, Paul was still alive, we probably would have been able to get him to go to conventions. I guarantee it. We could have got him. Yep, Plan 42. Yep, that was another boss we got. I think the plant's more of a pain in the ass than the remake. I think it really is when you look at it.
Ada? I don't think I've introduced myself yet. My name's Leon. I'm with the RPD.
She's like, I don't care.
It's a dead end.
You think we can get upstairs through this shaft? Give me a boost. I'll go and check.
Oh, the V-Jolt puzzle, yep. Well, the Tyrant's obvious. Like, that's a boss that you come across, right? And the Gold Tyrant, yeah. Sega Saturn. A lot of people don't know about that. Huh. Oh god, I hate spiders too. My friend Charlie, who I do a lot of photo shoots for, she's the you'll see her as Jill Valentine a lot. She's obsessed with spiders. We call her the Spood Queen, because she literally is all about spiders. I've gone to visit and she'll bring out the tarantula from like its cage, and I'm just like, get it away. And she's like, yeah, if like they hit the ground running, man, you're not gonna believe how fast they move. And I'm like, and you're not gonna believe how fast I will step on that thing if it gets anywhere fucking near me. Because I don't like spiders. But yeah, for the 26 people watching right now, thank you guys. Greatly appreciate it. If you have not and would kindly do so, if, you know, it's okay, you guys can go ahead and click that like button, because we're almost at 40 likes, and the more likes we get, the more interactions we will get as well, and the video will be seen on YouTube. So algorithm is kind of a bitch, but if you can do the simplest thing, like help somebody out and just like a post or share something, really appreciate it. Hmm. 420 likes, oh geez, that'd be cool. Like, this area is not talked about a lot, but I think it's kind of cool looking. The tanks in the back, the wind blowing, the zombies' moans being carried by the wind, and just like how like still everything feels here. Granted, yeah, the water that's like right down there and shit like that isn't moving, but you get what I'm saying. Like when the zombie apocalypse happened and the chaos kind of like moved from street to street, areas that were left behind just seemed to be locked in time, like nothing moved from there, you know?
Leon, can you
Should
hear
give
me?
Ada her own game. I'm surprised they've never done.
Ada.
Yeah, I mean,
Did you find anything?
yeah, like they.
Right here.
Sometimes companies just don't know what's best for their characters. It's the fans that do.
Think fast. Here's one more.
Just bonks me with the shotgun thing.
Hey, I can't reach the ventilation hole. I'm going to have to find another way around. I'll catch up with you later.
What? Ada, wait!
Give me 1 second, guys. Be right back. Okay, we're back. All right, let's grab this key. Yeah, all this, like, the DLC coming out for Resident Evil Village is kind of interesting in many ways, but I don't know how I exactly feel about it, but, I mean, it's apparently, yeah, if I remember correctly, all the DLC is coming out the same day as Bayonetta, so don't expect to see me playing anything Village related, because I'll be streaming Bayonetta. Actually, I should do the, So I've not done this. So we got that. Where is it? There we go. There we go. Yeah, haven't done a save state or anything like that. So I've learned, and Proxy will let me know definitely that, yeah. It's important to save and it's important to heal. Wait, do I need... No, I don't need the super one. Yo, the damn Yankee with $20 super chat. Thank you. You're awesome. Thank you, dude. I appreciate that. Thank you so much, man. Hope you're having a good night. And, you know, thank you for being here. Greatly appreciate it. Like, I had to just go splash water on my face and everything because, like, I'm trying to stay awake, but... Oh, yeah, Proxy. You definitely got to get it. I actually ordered the, I got that Trinity collection. Best Buy had it on their website. So, ow. So I picked it up there, and then, ow, fucking spiders. I didn't pick it up, but I ordered it there, and I ordered the re-release of Bayonetta 1 on the Switch. Got that as well. So that's cool. I just, like, I mean, Proxy, you know how I feel about the Nintendo Switch. You know that I'm so sick of it, like, running on old-ass fucking hardware and shit. Like, I really fucking hope that Bayonetta 3 runs really good on the Switch, because let's face it, the Switch is not a powerful machine. It's using that old, like, Integra chip or whatever it was. The shit that they used to make cell phones nearly, like, a decade ago. And we're 5 years into the Nintendo Switch, and personally... I guess we went on a Tony rant here and everything like that. I personally never... Oh, boy. Fuck. Like, I personally never cared, like, for a lot of the stuff that was coming out on the Switch these last 5 years. Because if you look at things, even, like, on the fucking Nintendo, GameCube... The games coming out back on the GameCube were amazing, but nobody wanted to buy a GameCube back in the day. And now you look at all those games that are great now, and they're like $60 to like $300-400 fucking dollars. So, I think the Switch is lacking. I think the old technology is keeping it damn near impossible to get games that run good without patching the fuck out of them. And I also think one of the other big issues is the fact that a lot of their games are putting out stuff like Mario sports games are fucking terrible. Like, they shouldn't be. Like, Mario sports games were literally games that were pure imaginative games, like excellent good times playing against friends or playing the game by yourself. Like, it did so many amazing things. Dude, like, I don't even use my... I brought my Switch on my trip to Philly. Didn't even use it once. I was using my Vita the whole time. Like, no joke. Just using the Vita. Aha! Like I said, the Switch is good, but that... here's the best thing that's gonna completely, like, make me not play the Switch that much. Is, oh boy. Can't see. Yeah, the Steam Deck. Fuck you. I'm getting the Steam Deck next month, and like, I'm so happy because I can bring the Steam Deck with me when I travel for photography and shit. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be a blast, right? Machine gun. There's a side pack. I should probably save it for Claire. Nah. Like, don't get me wrong. There are great things that are on the Switch. There are. But it's nothing like their consoles of yesteryear. 5 years into, like, the N64's lifespan, or, like, what was it? Like, one of their years. I think it was the year that they released GoldenEye and, like, 9 other fucking games that just blew people's minds. Because the N64 wasn't doing good, so they really needed to create some bangers. You can also stream games on your PC from your deck while you're on the go. Yeah, exactly. Like, the Stream Deck just does so much. And I really love that. The whole idea of it, just being able to put my Steam games on it. And you can emulate it too. You know, you can actually emulate this thing. And Steam's like, okay, that's cool if you do that, but God, if you emulate on Nintendo and you put, like, you know, like a Super Nintendo or a Sega Genesis or even a PlayStation 1 emulator, they'll lock you out of your fucking account. And I'm like, that's ridiculous. Yeah, exactly, Proxy. It's a portable emulator. It's fucking great. It does what Nintendo don't. And I love that about, you know, the Steam Deck, is that, like, you know, fully customizable options and everything. It's really cool. Oh, right. I gotta go light those fires now. Imagine Outbreak on the go. Dude, right? Like, even though it's probably not gonna work online, like, you're probably not gonna be able to get it to work online. I mean, well, then again, maybe you could. But anyway, if you can't, still playing Outbreak by yourself is a lot of fun, because one of the things I learned from the years and years and years I kept playing it was, you really get good and start to remember and know things where, you know, like, where you should be going. And it makes the game a lot more fun knowing where to go after you've, like, you know, gone and run through it a couple times. All right, let's see. Oh shit, we hit 40 likes. Hell yeah. Wait, no, it goes this one. Clang. Ooh, RE fan games on the Steam Deck. That'd be kind of cool. I don't know. I'll tell you right now. If I get the Steam Deck and emulate the fuck out of it, I am literally getting, I am literally putting everything on there. But I'm gonna load that fucker up with so many PS1 games. It's not even funny. And Xbox, if possible. I wouldn't mind having Xbox games on there, like OG ones, you know? Oh, okay. Ugh. All right, let's see. Yeah, we're... Ugh. save the state. All right, guys. Where is it here? Yeah, I think we're probably gonna call it quits for tonight. I'm getting really tired. Like I said, this past weekend, like, you would not believe all the running around and jumping and kicking and everything, and just like, you know, throwing myself to the ground, jumping up, getting photos. It takes a lot out of you. Because I didn't really have the chance to really relax today. But no, I want to thank you guys for coming out to the stream tonight. I greatly appreciate it. It was great hanging out with everybody, and I'll try to stream tomorrow night. Fun fact. I tried to use this for the stream tonight. This really powerful lens that I got, and the arm couldn't hold it up. It's so heavy that it just all of a sudden I just started noticing it go. Oh my god. Great lens though. Great lens. It upped my my photography game at this thing that we were at this past weekend. But you know, again, you guys rock. I greatly appreciate it. I'm actually gonna do a different version. Like a different song to close it out tonight because I've been really obsessed with it. It's actually really good. But with that being said, guys, you know, again, I greatly appreciate everybody that stuck around tonight. I greatly appreciate you all who shared my stream, and for everybody that just came and hang out and donated. It really means a lot to me. We had a lot of good talks as usual. Like I said, if you liked or disliked how I handled the Resident Evil review, just remember at some point me and JJ, Beggy, Corey, and Bob are all going to get together, and we're all going to talk about the movie in depth. So with that being said, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see y'all next time. Have a good night, guys, and I'll try to stream tomorrow if I get enough photos done. Take care. Have a good one.